From learning about radio transmitters from his father at a young age, to designing risk assessment and security analytic systems for major firms, no less than Compaq, BP, NASA, and the World Trade Center, Jerry's journey has always centered on service, safety, and innovation. It is such an honor. Jerry, welcome to the show, and we're so glad to have you.
Thank you, Francis. It's great to be here.
As mentioned earlier, you started learning about radio transmitters and frequencies from your father? Oh, was that right?
Well, he was also into that. I got into it when I was 8 years old. I checked out a book in the school library, proceeded to a 2-tube audio amplifier. I built it on a chassis that was a green bean can that I cut with some shears, and then I nailed it down onto a 1x4. And this is what you call innovating cheaply. I built that. I started building a lot of Heathkit stuff back when they were in business, and people would pay me to build it. I would always deflux the boards and everything with some chemical. I've always been into aesthetics. I'm a tenacious, crazy, jacked up kind of a guy. Always have many visions of product ideas that I would love to start. So it just repeats itself. And, you think you're done with this one. Oh, sorry, now you got to do this one.
And then move on, and then move on.
Yes.
And then something springs from one to the other, and then it's just a loop and loop, and also a loop of enjoyment for sure.
Yes.
You
Achievement is great.
Yes, the sense of achievement. It's funny because you immediately brought this memory to me as well when I was a kid, when I was also tinkering things on my own. Has that been also something that your childhood has brought? Tinkering things, doing an entrepreneurial idea in this project?
I did, and then I started my own business once I left Mobil. I used to work for Exxon Mobil too, in engineering. My other business, which was public safety, like you were speaking of, with the World Trade Center and gazillion others. I'm now in Colorado instead of Texas. And the reason that we acquired this particular property is because the two server centers in Houston that we had been at, believe it or not, both spots where those servers set, both of them went bankrupt. That left us kind of cold, and we have to break contracts and so forth with the phone company because we had so many phone lines. And so finally, after two of those happening, and I have to foot the bill to move it, break contracts, and open new contracts, I bought a place from AT&T. It's been all over the internet for, I guess about 7 or 8 years. If people go to my name, Jerry, and then the last name, McMullen, spelled with an I, or put jacked up Jerry in Google or something, you'll probably come upon National Geographic rated us the highest ever scored for survivability on their Doomsday program. Yeah. And they called and wanted to do a show here. They heard about me. I didn't solicit it. I would tell your listeners that if they ever get a call from National Geographic, make sure you bring up at the beginning, don't do what I did, which wasn't very smart. Ask for 10% of the cut because that was the highest selling video, most profit making video. I took 5 days out of my life to work with them. And then Bloomberg showed up, NBC showed up, and then we had Denmark. Denmark was here a couple of months ago, broadcast. And there's been a lot of, interest in it because it's, like the 20th wonder of the world or something, I guess. I made it all green. It's totally self-contained, can be off the grid or on the grid.
Off the grid.
I do not share the grid, though. I won't do that. I don't want their lightning, and I don't want them telling me how to do things. I'm pretty independent cuss. But that's basically how I got here. And I built this place out as a 911 call center, which I used to do, quite extensively down in Texas. So I built this data center out because it's built, it's nuclear rated, and it's got a big beefy tower in the back. And I mean beefy, I think I shot you a picture of it. We stay busy here, and now instead of a data center, we've turned it into a studio ourselves. We are constantly doing things, and our TV network, which I have down right at the moment, we're doing a bunch of new AI upgrades, and it'll be back online here sometime this year. I've got engineers working on it and talking to them daily. So it's kind of like your go-to spot if you really want to
Right.
know. If you really want to know what's going on. It was just like pre-COVID. I was on the air, and I kept telling people and showing the pictures and playing them on social media. The book Death in the Air is worth writing down even as we speak. And it was written by a Dr. Leonard Horowitz is his last name. That's an excellent book. And because of
Death in
that
the Air.
book, because of that book,
Mhm.
I didn't take any COVID stuff because I knew better because I read that book. But you know who else read that book, Francis?
Interesting.
You'll never guess. I saw on the desk of Mr. Bill Gates the same identical book. And trust me, once you read it, your toenails will literally curl like Howard Hughes's did.
You're saying Death in the Air, right?
It's that right. It's that creepy, crazy, but truthful. And the guy's background is amazing.
Stay tuned for the next episode.